back again. Welcome, Sapa, say K-I-K-I. It's your boy Jimothy Bordain, King of the Black Spats, here in sunny Puerto Rico, as always. Service with a smile. How y'all doing, my gym padres? What's up, what's up, what's up? Chop it up, chop it. I know most of y'all know this, but if you don't know, I'm gonna fill you in real quick. We are officially 18 days away from our luxurious, historic, cuisine-filled, natural trip to South America. We're gonna hit Peru, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil for a 1 month long odyssey. I don't know, might be sabbatical. I might come back a new man. I really don't know. But in order to do a trip such as this, there's a lot of planning that has to go in before so that you can enjoy yourself while you're on the trip. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you guys the best way to plan for these type of trips. I'm gonna go through my process, my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list of what I do when I figure out where I wanna stay, what I'm gonna do, and how we're gonna do it. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get into that video. All right, so the first thing and most important thing you need to do to pull this thing off is your passport. Yes, you need a passport. Number 1.5. Vaccine card. Once you got those two, that's just the basics. We're already checking stuff off the list. Look at us, we're winners already. So number 2 that you need to know about me, I like to mingle. I like to get in where I fit in, and it's a one size fits most type of thing over here. Not one size fits all, but I like to go out, I like to party, especially when I'm traveling. So we are assuming that you're gonna be a person that wants to have some nightlife and some cultural life close to you. Another thing to keep in mind, when you are south of the equator, the seasons are flipped. So we are going in March to April. That would be the end of summer into the beginning of autumn, not the end of winter into early spring. So this is perfect time and the weather should still be good. Okay, so the first thing I do is I hop on and I do my YouTube searches. YouTube over Google in terms of me traveling. I feel like Google's for the older people. Sorry, older people. And also, YouTube and South America destinations are huge. There's a lot of travelers there doing a lot of videos. So over the last year or two, they've done a lot of content. So the first thing I look up is nightlife in this city or best neighborhoods in X city. So let's try it. Best neighborhoods in Lima. Boom. Right. So once that list comes up, I'm looking to see how recent was the latest videos. Were they 9 months? Were they 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Should this information still be accurate, basically? From there, I look at some of the places and then I try to zoom out and see, all right, these are the neighborhoods that they explained. Which one's gonna have the party scene? This one? Okay, that's where I wanna stay and where I wanna be. Sorry, call me a bird. So in my experience, you will usually be downtown or in the city center. That's gonna have the historic buildings, that's gonna have the nice restaurants and some hotels, and there's usually enough bars and nightlife right around there. However, there's normally another up and coming option that people have where it's a little bit more hipster, a little bit more grungy, a little bit more bars or dive bars. I also like to check those places out, and when I do that, I tend to do an Airbnb because you're gonna get more bang for your buck. And hotels are much more efficient, I would say, in other countries, where the Airbnb, you get a little privacy, you can do what y'all wanna do, you know? Boom, so I start there. That's really how I go about finding where I wanna stay. Once I know where I wanna stay, I then say what's around me, or what are the other excursions and attractions that I can do? Because once again, in Latin America, housing and transportation is normally pretty cheap. So I'm like, no matter what, I can probably Uber or taxi for a reasonable price, that at that point, it doesn't matter where I'm staying. I wanna be in the thick of things and go to where I wanna be. Number 2 is gonna be Tinder. But before y'all get all woolly, you're doing, this is a dual purpose Tinder. You are leveraging this Tinder for something else. What is that something else? The places to go, be, and see that you don't know about. All right, so let me explain. Walk in, don't shy away too quick. I got some information for you, you know? Is if you're going somewhere where you have enough time to Tinder when you get there, you can Tinder when you get there. But if you got like $10 and you can pay for the little passport feature and go early, go early. Now guys, this is not just to holler at the girls, but do that because they're gonna help you out. They're gonna tell you where to be as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. Ladies, you can do the same. Look at their pictures and be like, ooh, he got a boat. Where's the boat? You see? So what I do is I'll look and see I'll get people's pictures. I'll look and see what's common in the background, right? If there's always everybody taking a picture with this glacier behind them or this waterfall, that's probably an event or a place. So I'll look at that, and then you know these days some of the girls will put their Instagram in the description. Go on there. Don't be a creep. Go on there and look at the Instagram and just see if she's tagged locations. So this is like my number 2 thing, moving into my number 3 thing. We're leveraging we're leveraging the Tinder to get to Instagram to get to more attractions. Now, if you can set yourself up a little play with a shorty or a guy, women, before you get there, that's even better, because I'm sure she'll be able to show you the highlights. Just tell her, where would I go if it was my birthday? You know, she should say, oh my gosh, my favorite restaurant is here. Boom, you plugged in. Anyway, back to the point, guys. So now that you've gotten a few Instagrams, you're gonna go on Instagram and take a look at their page, right? So once again, look at the destinations. Instagram is a highlight reel of your life, right? So anytime you go on a dope vacation or a dope place, you're taking a picture. And if you're from those places, anytime you're doing internal travel or tourism where you're from, you're gonna have cool pictures. So boom, take a look at those pictures and try to put together 5 or 10 common destinations you see against all these people, and then search that Instagram location and look at the top pictures or the recent pictures and just see who's going, what's happening there. And from there, you should have a nice list of places that you can tell a lot of people attend or they're popular. And just keep using your degrees of separation. Once you click this place, the algorithm will change and show you some place like that. Check out that place that's like that. Compile your list. Boom, now you got stuff to do during the day or the night when you're new to a city. Now, if you're a one size fits most like me, maybe you go and talk to some of those girls that you're speaking to, and like I said, ask them, see if they can tell you where to go. Don't come off like you're trying to hit them up. You're trying to hit up the city and they can join you, right? They can also hit up their own city with you, because the more the merrier. And it's just better and natural and organic like that when you're like, look, I'm trying to have a good time. These things come with us and just roll with us, and everything we do, we just have a good, yeah, you're good, you're taken care of. Because that's when you stumble upon things. Or maybe they didn't know about much to do, so you go to a generic place, and then around 1 o'clock, one of their friends hits them up, and you guys been hanging for 4 hours, so now she plugs you in to the after party. And now it's a whole organic best friendom. You know, or a little, yeah. So you can't party forever. That's not all you do when you travel, right? There's other things to do, and some people don't like to do that while they travel. So some other things that I like to search for and do while I travel is I like to get on my Googles now. We done switched from YouTube, we on the Google. I like to look for sporting events and potential concerts. Sporting events like soccer, basketball, volleyball, anything like that, I'm all about. It's always a nice cultural event because people really like those sports, and they're normally localized to the town, and you can get a real good atmosphere from those. Concerts, awesome anytime, right? Because they're normally cheap, $15, $20, and that's in the States, so even there it's probably like $3 or $4. You can find out about some local artists, get you a little bachata or local reggaeton. Awesome. I've never failed. And if you can catch an EDM concert in any Latin American country or European country, it's always up. So I definitely advise looking out for those when you go to travel. Check those out. You won't be disappointed. Another thing to be aware of is check out and see if they have any holidays, local holidays or nationwide holidays or even regional during that time, because maybe you run into a nice little festival that you can go to during the day or on the weekend, and now you just had a normal weekend you were planning and it just went up because everyone's there for a holiday. This happened to me one of the first times I went to Medellin. There was a big local Medellin festival, and it was like, oh, we out here, shorty. Anyway, what else can you do and check out? So the latest thing that I've been trying to look into when I'm going around these places are look at potential like boat or city tours around water, things like that, just to get a little historic aspect. A lot of these cities and towns will have free walking tours. Look for the free walking tours. Don't try to do it on Airbnb. They'll charge you. There's normally a free walking tour in the city, so check that out. Yeah. And amusement parks. I don't know about you guys, but I like amusement parks, roller coasters, water rides. These are things that are international. Americans aren't the only ones that do it. So you can go down there and see what their amusement parks are like. I mean, that's a great day event to do. You know, go tire yourself out like you're a little kid again, and then take a nap and get ready for the nightlife. So, all right, Gym Padres, that's all I got so far for you guys on what you should do and how I plan these trips or what to look for, research locations. Try my strategy, it won't fail you. What did Scar say to the hyenas? Stick with me and you'll never go hungry again. So stick with me and you might not go hungry. You're gonna eat something. We'll be back next week or later on, and maybe I'll walk through this with the next city. So the first place is gonna be Lima, Peru. I'm spilling the beans already. That's the only hint I'll give y'all. So I'll show y'all how I did that for Lima, and then onward and upward to the next location. So peace, Gym Padres, Jimothy, Bordain.